Welcome back to Neilson Guitars. It's been a little while. I've had other things going on, but we're back today and I'm going to look at practicing at a stain. So I've been reading online that basswood doesn't take stain very well. It can be quite blotchy. So looking at ways of applying a conditioner or a sanding sealer or something like that to the wood to have the stain apply evenly. So this is for the SG with the natural stained dark brown wood finish. So I had quite a blotchy back and sides on the Les Paul. So yeah, if I can avoid that, yeah, I'm going to try that. So I've read that you can just use clear varnish thinned down with white spirit. So we're going to give that a go. But first of all, what I want to do is I've got this test block of basswood that I bought from Hobbycraft. I figure I can just slice it, as and when I need another piece out of it. But I'm going to go through and I'll try no conditioner and then gradually thin the conditioner down just to see what sort of staining we get, and also to test the colour as well. I suppose would be quite a good one to try and test the colour that I am getting out of the stain. So yeah, so first of all, I've just got to. Everything says sand the wood down, so I'm just going to sand this down quickly to, this is 240 grit, so just try and give it a sand, smooth off the top, let's see where we get to. There are a few dents and divots in this, just from where it was, it's probably been manhandled in the shop by various people as they've put it on the shelf and looked at it and things. So I'm not going to worry about those. Be interesting to see how it comes out with the dents. Okay, it feels pretty smooth. Get all the dust off it. So I might go and grab the Hoover, give this a quick Hoover, clean up here. Yeah, it feels pretty smooth. There's still lumps and bumps, but hopefully that's roughly the finish that I'll look for on the body of the guitar. So yes, I should do just a little clean up and then we'll get ready to go. We have a nice clean piece of wood. It's pretty smooth. I'm just gonna use this coping saw to slice some gouges into the surface just to prevent any run between the. Just help prevent any run between the different dilutions of conditioner that we try and use. So just a little gouge there. I'll give that another Hoover in a minute. So we'll have one for clear, one for just direct stain onto the wood. They recommend starting at 50%, 50-50. So we'll do a few variations on it. Let's see what we end up with. So there we go. Just use the Hoover. Okay, so that's all hoovered up. I'm just going to stick some masking tape over the top and then I can write, just to help keep everything. Oh dear, stuff's rubbish. Scissors. Help keep them apart and also help me identify which one's which. So just stick that on there. Okay, roughly straight. Okay, right. I really don't want to get any of this on my hands, so I'm going to put gloves on for this. So here we have eventually when I get the gloves. Okay, I've got some white spirit. A bunch of. I've just got some old Wilko varnish. It's not anything special, so something we have left over from a project, I think. So I'm going to try and mix up 50-50. So I'm going to do it using this tiny yogurt pot. I'll see whether that works. Can I get this out here? Do I need a screwdriver? I need a screwdriver. Okay. Right. There we go. Varnish. Okay. Let's try getting this out of here without making too much of a mess. So I'm going to try and do roughly half the yogurt pot, I guess. And then I'll try and do the same of white spirit, and we'll see where we end up. So it's quite a pink colour. I don't know whether it's gone off. It's quite old, so I'm not sure what sort of state this is in, whether we could end up with a poor result, but it's worth a try. So we'll go with roughly half that. I'll try and put the same amount in. Give it a little stir and then apply it. Okay, stop dripping. There we go, right. Can I open this with one hand? I can. Okay. Turn this round. Okay, here we go. So that's roughly 50-50 now. Put that in there. Give it a shake. Try and get as many of the drips off as possible. So yes, it's got a kind of a, I don't know whether you'll be able to see that. Let's put a lid on that first. Whether you can see that. It's got a kind of pinky hue to it, which I'm not sure whether it's gone off or whether it's something else. Give that a bit of a swizzle around. Is it mixing in, or am I going to have to grab the paintbrush? Let's grab the paintbrush. Grab the brush. Get a bit of a smoosh. Okay, I'm going to stick that in there. Right, all I was going to use was just a foam, just one of these foam brushes. I don't need that anymore. Push that on the top. Right, okay, just a foam brush that I got from Amazon. Pretty cheap, so we'll leave that one to be clear. So I'm going to now just dab that in there. It's interesting to see how these foam brushes work as well, because I don't know whether I'm going to want to use a foam brush. But anyway, so I'm just going to dab that on there, like that. And there we have it. Will that condition the wood and improve things? I'm going to try and get as much of as I can. So I think my notes said if it, figure out whether it's penetrating or not. Can you actually see anything there? Maybe. It's gone a little darker, look. Yeah, so it's interesting to see what it does to the colour as well. And it raises, I mean, the grain looks a little more prominent. Just going to go sideways, try and scoop as much off as I can. It's bubbling as well. Going to cross it. So, see how much that drops in. So let's put that to one side. I'm going to grab a bit more white spirit. I think what I'll do is I'll just add a, what have we got? So, what would be the measurement needed to go down to 40-60? I don't know. Add a little more. Be very scientific about this, shall we? Right, so here we go. Tiny bit more white spirit in there. There we go. A little bit more in there, thin it down a touch more. Give it a swirl. So it's definitely not half a pot I've just added there. It's more like probably a third of the half a pot. So what does that make it? A sixth? Maths. Again, I'm not doing too much to the foam brush, so I'm just going to try not to take too much. Okay, this is a bit of a small one, but anyway, we'll put it across there. Okay, slightly thinner. Cool, so I need to write something on here at the moment. Let's grab this pen. Let's make sure we know which end of the clear end is. There we go. Clear is that way, so we know that it goes down in that order. Right, so we'll add a tiny bit more white spirit. There we go. Oh, lift that out. Give it a mix. So the fact that the varnish with pink doesn't seem to have done too much to the colour of the wood. That's actually quite nice looking. I'll hold up in a sec when I've done these last two. So let's dab a bit more of that on there. Try and clear the sponge off as much as possible. Right, dab some on there. Okay. Right, that's that one. And then we'll add a tiny bit more. A little bit less tiny amount. Okay. Right, so here we go, last one. So this is the thinnest one. Right, so certainly looking at it at the moment, there is very little difference. Let's just try and sap as much off there as possible. So I'm trying to use the dry side of the brush, dry back of the brush, to just lift as much off as I can. That's gone on quite thick there, that doesn't seem to be penetrating. Or did I just add loads? Not sure. Over the edge. Amateur hour here at Nielsen Guitars. Right, okay, so we've got our natural side. Let's get you in the movie. Natural side left blank, 50-50, bit more. Now can you see the shininess of them? Maybe just, if I hold it up to the light at the right point, you can see, I suppose, that it's flashing a bit. So that one's still quite wet, but this one seems to have, this one here does seem to have penetrated and sort of satined over a bit. This one is also still a bit satin. Yeah, that one's got a little bit of shininess to it still, and that one's still very wet. So we'll see what happens. We'll go with that and wait and see, and then I can, remake the mixture and see what happens. So I'll come back. I'll leave this overnight now. It says to leave the varnish to hard to cure overnight, and then I'll come back and I'll see whether I can apply. I mean, it may be that I can't even apply stain over the top of it, and that this is the wrong. This is apparently yacht varnish. So whether it's, it says it's water resistant, so maybe I need a different type of varnish, and this will all be a disaster. Who knows? Maybe we'll learn something. Yeah, that's good. So other things I've got to do on the guitar, there's a couple of dents I need to steam out, and I want to, what was I going to do? I need to sand the guitar body as well, but I'd rather not do that until I'm ready to apply stain. I'm sure there was something else. Oh, there's a shim for the neck. I was going to have a go at shimming the neck, because the action is way off. Way off when the neck is put on the body. So, and that's with everything cranked right down to the deck. So with the bridge right down. So yeah, I think part of it is the nut, but most of it is down to the neck angle. So I need to get a shim. I've got some other bits of bass, but some thinner bits. Sort of this size, but much thinner, more like veneer. That I should hopefully be able to sand. And I figure if probably better to do that before finishing the guitar, or even starting finishing, just to make sure that it's out of the way. And if possible, maybe we even need to glue it into place. Maybe glue the shim into the neck pocket, since it's made from the same material as the body. I figure people talk about maple shims, but the neck is maple, the body's basswood, so I figure a basswood is, shim is just like the body was the right shape, providing it's in contact in all places. So yeah, I'll probably do a video on trying to make the shim as well. So yeah, I think that's it for here. So whether it'll be all the same episode or whether it'll be a different episode, I don't know. So I'll end this one here like it's going to be ending, and maybe you'll get some bonus footage, I'm not sure. But yeah, that's it. So bye for now.